Hello.
Then. Now.
Countdown to the queens.
Episode number 500.
Forever.
Looks like hell froze over.
Without any more further ado,
Together.
let's jump straight into the show. Hello, welcome to episode number 71, I believe, of the TEW IX Challenge Run. This is going to be SmackDown for 22nd of November 2024. This is the go-home show for Survivor Series. And yeah, tonight we have a number one contenders triple threat match for the tag team championships as the Mercy Machine Gun, Shark KO, and the Hurt Business face off in the opening match. We have a United States Championship match in our main event as Sami Zayn defends against Ricochet of the Hurt Business. And we have the War Games Advantage match with a member of Queendom against a member of Queendom Alpha. Plus, following the events of last week, we have exclusive footage of a meeting, I guess, between EO and Dakota that took place this week, in regards to Survivor Series and Dakota's role, I guess, potentially on Queendom Alpha. So yeah, we'll have a look at that and a whole lot more. So any more further ado, let's jump straight into the show. We kick off again with Pretty Deadly, the WWE Tag Team Champions, coming to the ring with Tonya Breeze. They take a seat at ringside and they're going to watch our opening match, which is the Triple Threat number one contenders match for their championships. Damon Kemp and Ronnie Hughes of the Hurt Business taking on Shark KO and the Motor City Machine Guns. Gets an 81. Sure, I'll take that. That's not too shabby. Ilya doing the carrying here, I guess. Chris Sabin was apparently the weak link. But yes, the Hurt Business look like they have the match won. They're working over Ilya because Ilya can sell like that. He can get you to worry about him. He's a great babyface worker like that. And, apparently according to the game it's elimination, but I done it again. It's not elimination. But, as it looks like the Hurt Business are going to pick up the win, because this is a triple threat match, of course there's no disqualifications. Outstorm the Revolution. We haven't seen them since, I believe, was it them who Shark KO defended against? And then the Hurt Business came out and attacked them and Ilya and Randy, I believe. But it was definitely from an attack by the Hurt Business was the last time we saw the Revolution here on SmackDown. They jump the barricade, they attack probably MVP at ringside as well as Damon and Ronnie Hughes. Buster hits Damon Kemp. He turns into an RKO. Randy Orton pins Damon Kemp. And Shark KO will get their rematch for the WWE Tag Team Championships. 73 for Damon, 76 for Ronnie, 86 for Ilya, 77 for Randy, 66 for Shelley, 52 for Sabin. So yeah, rematch on the horizon for Shark KO, but more importantly for the Hurt Business, they've got more people to worry about as the Revolution are back, and they seem to be taking aim at the Hurt Business. After the match, Buster does grab a microphone. He sort of pats the microphone aggressively. He goes, "Hey, MVP, Hurt Business. You've been running things around here, right? Last month or so. Figured you can get away with everything you can, lay and waste everybody in your path. You must have forgotten about us. In case you forgot, allow us to remind you that this revolution is still televised every night right here on SmackDown. You think you can come in here, walk over us? If you can go in here, walk over us, and leave the same men, you got another thing coming. So long as you are going to keep trying to take aim at everybody on this roster, we'll be waiting to smack your ass down." So yeah, Buster, Nebo, and Rufus back to thwart the Hurt have got a lot of enemies. They're enemies, of course, with their Survivor Series opponents, which is the New Day and Swerve and Bronson Reed. Now they've got the the Revolution on their back. They've also wronged Shark KO and the Mercy Machine Guns and Sami Zayn. You know, basically the entire babyface roster hates them. More people hate them than arguably hate CM Punk on Raw right now. Quick backstage segment. Ember, Kairi, and Asuka backstage. You know, they're contemplating. They go, so, Io is not here tonight. Of course, we'll see her again tomorrow. But it's up to us to determine which one of us three tonight is going to represent our team in this War Games Advantage match. And Asuka says, I want the chance to go out there and beat anybody. Nobody on that team is ready for Asuka. I had Utami beat when I came back. If it wasn't for the others jumping in and getting disqualified. And then Kairi sort of like steps in front of Asuka. And she's like, I need this. They've been calling me a loser. I need to prove them wrong. And then Kairi sort of storms off, and then Ember and Asuka are sort of just like, I guess it's her. I guess Kairi is our representative in that match later on tonight. We then cut backstage. MVP and the Hurt Business are angry. God damn, that damn Revolution, I thought those kids were done for. Okay, but now they're going to pop back up, be a thorn in our side. Okay, well, have they not learned what happened last time they got on the bad side of the Hurt Business? Okay? Look how many people it takes to even try and get close to taking us down. And then they sort of all stop, and MVP looks across and goes, and where the hell were you out there? And Drew's just there. Drew's just sort of smiling at me. He goes, I don't understand what the issue is. I'll be with you tomorrow night. You four and me going to war at Survivor Series against the New Day and Swerve and Bronson Reed. Didn't think I needed you tonight. I thought you were the Hurt Business, thought you hurt people. Didn't think you'd need me to have your back. I've got my own problems to deal with. But just know tomorrow night we've got the same goal. So then you'll see Drew McIntyre. But tonight, I don't need any part of your business. I thought you could sort it out yourself. And he walks off, and AP goes, at least we know he's got our back tomorrow night. And then Ricochet steps in and he goes, you know, P, tonight's an even bigger night. Sure, Damon and Ronnie might have lost tonight, but that doesn't really matter. What really matters tonight is me getting a hold of that United States Championship, the first member of the Hurt Business to cement gold. Aha! 72. That's actually pretty good for a match just shoved on the show because I needed another match. Shotzi against Fallon Henley, I guess, because they did have that beef with Fatal Influence a little while ago. They being Shotzi and the Ichiban duo of Albi and Mako. Yeah, Fallon Henley does pick up the win in 8:46 by pinfall. 67 for Fallon Henley, 66 for Shotzi. Yeah, so yeah, a 72 for this. Just a nice little women's mid-card match. Pretty good. Sure, I'll take that. We then cut to the Queendom Omega locker room. You know, they're all standing around. Cammy steps in. She goes, ladies, we have a brave soul in our ranks tonight. Our esteemed little friend Kairi appears to have finally grown a backbone and is tired of being called what she is, and that's a loser and an anchor to any single person she teams with. So she apparently wants to step in the ring tonight against one of us in this War Games Advantage match. And no offense to anybody else, you know, obviously Utami, the world champion, you need a rest. You need to be fighting fit, ready for Survivor Series tomorrow. Saya, I'm sure you're scheming something in that brain of yours. I don't even want to be in that brain of yours, but I know it's dangerous. No, tonight, we put Kairi down in the best way possible, the only way we can. We send her, she points to the Megasis. Because tonight, not only will Kairi be defeated, she'll be humiliated, knocked down like every single other woman who stepped to the Megasis has. And as a special treat for Kairi, we'll even put the Liberty Championship on the line tonight. So what you gonna do, Kairi? You're going to step up, or you're going to prove us right. Because you are a detriment to EO, to your Survivor Series team, and hell, to yourself. Then get a quick video recap of Angelo Dawkins, his attack on Johnny Gargano last week on SmackDown. You know, 2 weeks ago, Gargano came out and he questioned Angelo Dawkins' loyalty for basically insulting Montez Ford. And then Angelo left Johnny Gargano laying last week and he got stretchered out. And we do get a recap, an update on Gargano, you know. The commentator's cut to Johnny Gargano. He's at his house. He's in the Gargano household. He's sort of like resting up after his injury. And like we're doing a live video from him from his house. And like, Johnny Gargano, thanks for the time tonight, you know, to give us all an update on you. Last week, Angelo Dawkins, he put his hands on you. He left you stretchered out here. You know, a lot of fans have been wondering about just what happened last week and how are you holding up? How is Johnny Wrestling feeling following that attack? And Johnny goes, you know, I felt better. But Angelo Dawkins got to do a hell of a lot more than what he did last week if he wants to keep me away. What I said 2 weeks ago to his face, I'd say again, because I meant every word I said, and it's exactly the same thing that everybody around here is thinking when they see Angelo Dawkins out there. He didn't take that kindly, just like he didn't take Montez Ford's success kindly. It's not my problem. I'm in this industry to get hit. You know, if I quit and gave up every single time I got left laying, I would never have even made it to the WWE. But Dawkins, don't think that because you're bigger and tougher than me that you can keep me down. Because I said some things to you. It wasn't anything personal. I tried to, you know, get your head back on the way it should be. But now it's become personal. Now you've left me laying. You've inconvenienced me, my wife, my child. So when I come back, I'm going to make your life a problem. And we do see Candice sort of like walk into frame. She takes a sit next to Johnny Gargano. Just, how you holding up? And he says, again, I've been better, Candice. She goes, it's okay, just rest, okay? Rest up. Yeah, we'll get you back hopefully next week. And the video fades away. But, Candice at home, huh? Then cut to Gorilla. Kayla Braxton is with Charlotte and Ariana Grace. So Charlotte, last week, after you got lost to Fatal Influence here on SmackDown, Ava Raine, she made some statements. She said she quit the Royal Dynasty. We don't see her with you and Ariana here tonight. She goes, I know. Kayla, you don't think I can't see that? I've been trying to ring her all week and in contact with her all week. And she didn't pick up. So I think she's blocked my number. You know, it's not normal to see me, of all people, in a situation like this where I'm now, you know, the one at fault, you know, with the weaknesses. But if Ava wants to go off on her own, best of luck to her. Personally, I've got no issues with Ava. You know, sure, I may have used her from time to time to get ahead here in WWE, but who wouldn't do that? Come on. So I guess going forward, it's just me and Ariana. Charlie, quite frankly, I think this entire time Ava was a little bit, you know, she was a bit stuck up. She was killing the mood around here. You know, she was no fun. But what me and you can do together, Charlie, just us, it will change the world. That starts tonight. We challenged Aoi Maikawa and Meiko Satomura to this tag team match tonight. And the new Royal Dynasty, us two, the Royal Dynasty duo, are going to show you why we're better than Ava. And then they go out for the match. Gets an 85. Yeah, again, nice. We take that. Ariana takes the pin. Aoi Maikawa pins her with the big Brazilian kick in 1409. And Charlotte's like, she's on the apron. She's got like her head in her hands, you know, shaking her head after the match because Ariana, you know, she tried her best, but she did come up short here tonight. 71 for Ariana Grace, 85 for Charlotte Flair, 87 for Aoi, and a 69 for Meiko. So a nice win for Aoi and Meiko here, you know. Aoi scoring, she scored higher than Charlotte in this match. She's sort of become the ace of heat right now, but they might start Fatu, because outside of the Queendom Law and, you know, Charlotte, the only like people on this roster are Fatal Influence. You know, you got Shotzi, and then the Chase U / Learning Tree contingent, who are all still grouped together at the minute as well. So there's not really much room for women's mid-card feuds to spawn recently. But I'm sure space will open up soon. Speaking of the Learning Tree Chase-U contingency, Jericho approaches the 3 men left in Chase-U. Because, of course, Haley and Hams quit last week. And Andre Chase is still depressed. Keith Lee's there, Shane Reynolds is there. No Duke. We don't know where Duke Hudson is. He's just not here tonight. And Jericho goes, "Hi, guys." And they sort of look at him and he goes, "Great to see you too, guys. Anyway, I came here because I had a big old match announcement set for you. You know, last week, those girls, they really put their foot in their mouth when they decided to walk out on the Learning Tree. Do you know how much balls you've got to have to do with that? You've got to have a lot of balls, but not a whole lot of brains, because clearly you don't know what's best for your career. Anyway, I came over here right now to let Duke know that he has a match tonight. Where's Duke?" And Keith Lee said, "Mr. Hudson, he didn't let us know where he was. He said he's working on something in secret, and he didn't let us know what it was. So we don't know where he is." Jericho goes, "Well, if that's the case, I need to pick somebody else to take on Angelo Dawkins in a match tonight. Now let's see. Eeny, meeny, miny, you." And he points to Shane Reynolds. He's like, "Me?" He goes, You go get ready out there, because you've got a match with Angelo Dawkins coming up next. Thanks, guys." And he walks off. And Shane's like, "I don't want to wrestle Angelo Dawkins." Keith goes, "Relax, I'll be by your side. Okay, we can get you this win tonight. It'll be a big win for your career." They got backstage to the New Day in their locker room. In walks Swerve. He's with Lord Bando, and Lord Bando is with Bronson Reed and OTM. He goes, "Listen, 24 hours from now, we go to war with the Hurt Business and Drew McIntyre. This is a very important match. We need to make sure we pick up this victory. Which is why tonight I got a little exhibition. You see Bronco and Lucian here, Bando's boys. They've still got a long way to go in this industry. And you know what better way to mold them into the future of the tag team division around here than by taking on one of the greatest tag teams of all time, the New Day. When I ain't talking the New Day I've had around here, I ain't talking cheerleader Big E and cheerleader Kofi Kingston, who are just happy to see their friend finally become the World Heavyweight Champion. I'm talking the same Big E, the same Kofi Kingston who held those tag team champions for over 400 days. I'm talking prime New Day out here, because cheerleader Big E and Kofi Kingston, they're going to get killed by the Hurt Business tomorrow night. But World Heavyweight Champion Big E, Kofi Mania, Kofi Kingston, those are the guys I need by my side. So, get your weaknesses out of your system tonight, boys, because I need your full strength tomorrow." So yeah, OTM against the New Day coming up later on tonight. Got backstage Pretty Deadly. Because can you believe all of that? You know, there were so many men fighting over us out there tonight. Those Hurt Business boys, you know, they're rough and they're tough, and I'm quite frankly glad that we didn't have to defend against them. Those Motor City Machine Guns, old vanilla midgets, you know, they had their chance to finally capture glory, and we stole it from them. Yes, boy, we did, yes. And then you've got that Revolution, you know. I've never liked them. Buster thinks he's hot poop. And then you've got Nebo and Rufus. They're big and they're scary, but they're no Pretty Deadly. Let's make that one thing perfectly clear. And then Randy Orton nearly goes, Randy's like, "I think you happen to forget about somebody. You see, boys, congratulations on the Tag Team Championship victory. You know, as a former Mr. Money in the Bank myself, I cashed in, you know, very similar to how you did. I took advantage of a situation and became WWE Champion. So I can't get angry at you for that, but what I can get angry about you for is dodging and ducking. Okay, because Pretty Deadly, I've not seen anything out of you since before you even won these Tag Team Championships that leads me to believe that you've got any shot next week at defeating the most dangerous duo here on Friday Night SmackDown, Shaw K.O. Next week, we're taking our titles back." And they walk off. And then Pretty Deadly like, and of course, Shaw K.O. They think they're so great, you know, because they've got Randy Orton on their team. But they're no pretty deadly. Next week, we're going to prove just that, Ellie. We're going to do it. We're going to go to the ring. And we're going to beat Sharkeo. '70 raid match, sure. For what it was, that's perfectly fine. Angelo Dawkins defeats Shane Reynolds in 5 minutes with a spine buster. 73 for Dawkins, 56 for Shane. So yeah, fresh off his dominant... Actually, he didn't wrestle last week. He just attacked Johnny Gargano. But yes, Angelo Dawkins on his current path to be, I guess, respected, acknowledged. I don't want to say acknowledged because that makes him sound like Roman. But like, yeah, to be respected as the Golden Prophet. Yeah, he gets the win here tonight. After the match, Jericho comes back out. Actually, no, Jericho's probably been there the whole time at ringside. And he's just shaking his head, looking in the ring at Shane Reynolds. Keith Lee and Andre Chase get into the ring as well. And Jericho just like starts slapping the fuck out of him. He goes, hey, you loser, huh? You're just like those other losers around here, Lose, lose, lose. That's all you idiots do, Quite frankly, if it wasn't for the nice university I got from taking you, I wouldn't even have wasted my time with you guys. Because you're embarrassing the learning tree. And then Keith Lee sort of gets angry and goes, shut up! If you don't want to be a part of Andre Chase University, then let us go. Give us our university back. And we'll be on our very merry way. Jericho just laughs and goes, I don't want to give you your university back. I own Chase U, which means I own all of you. What are you going to do about it, Keith? Huh? You're going to break down and cry again? You're going to go work cleaning toilets again? Keith Lee sort of takes his glasses off. You can see he's just angrily staring at his glasses in his hand. And then Andre Chase steps. He's like, no, Keith, no, don't do it, Keith. He goes, you know what, Jericho? I quit. Keith Lee, big pop, he storms out. And Shane Reynolds sort of watches Keith Lee leave. And he picks up the microphone off the floor. And Andre Chase just there. He's just shaking his head. He's like, no, don't leave me. Don't leave me. And then he sort of looks across at Keith Lee, looks back at Andre Chase, and he goes, I quit too. And he leaves. And then Jericho just glares back across at Andre Chase. Andre Chase looking back at him all sad, disheveled. And Jericho hits the Judas effect on Mr. Chase. And he just shakes his head disappointingly, All these worthless students that he's brought into the learning tree have now quit. We then get a quick video. It shows two different training montages. You've got the Daniel Bryan training camp with William Regal, Charlie Dempsey, the Creed brothers, and Mars Bourne. And then you've got the Dragon's Dojo training camp of Pete Dunne, Dante Rios, Jonathan Gresham, and Only Lorcan. Mello not there, obviously. We would point out that Carmelo Hayes is too busy, I guess, to be training for this match. He's off doing whatever Carmelo Hayes does, getting his hair cut or whatever. But yes, that's going to be one hell of a Survivor Series match coming up tomorrow night as Daniel Bryan's team takes on the Dragon's Dojo. It's weird to call Daniel Bryan's team and the Dragon Dojo. But yeah, they are still using that name for now, I guess. Andre Chase, by himself. He's all disheveled backstage. And he sort of stops when Thea Hale, walks into frame. She sort of just smiles at Andre Chase. She goes, Thea, why? Why, Thea? You started all this. Because of you, I lost everything. I thought that after all we'd been through, your loyalty to Chase University would be stronger than ever. We may be in a rough position right now, but win, lose, or draw, we stick together like family. And then you quit. Hams and Haley quit. Keith and Shane quit. I don't even know where Duke's at. And I'm stuck. I can't quit. Because if I quit, Jericho gets everything and there'll never be an Andre Chase University ever again. So thanks, Thea. Thanks for all your great help. And he just walks off, shaking his head. And Thea watches him as he walks away. She sort of sighs to herself. She goes, I thought I was doing the right thing, Mr. Chase. I promise we'll fix this. $76. Sure. OTM, the guinea pigs, I guess, for the New Day. Swerve said he wanted the real New Day back, and he's got him here tonight at least, because Big E and Kofi Kingston do score the win. Big E pinning Lucian Price with a midnight hour in 10:26. Both the New Day boys score 86, 48 for Lucian Price and a 40 for Bronco Nemo, who was really off his game. And yeah, Big E and Kofi celebrate after the match. Xavier Woods celebrates with them. Swerve sort of watches the New Day celebrate, and they celebrate in prime New Day fashion. Trombones out, Xavier Woods is swimming in the world title around, and he sort of looks across. You can tell he's a little bit annoyed, but he does crack a smile, and he just sort of shakes his head, and he goes, as long as I can get the results done in the ring, Dan, that's all I care about. And then they leave up the ramp. Swerve, him and Bronson Reed help OTM up to their feet when he turns around and he eats a claymore from Drew McIntyre. And Drew starts laying punches in on Swerve. He shoves OTM down. He takes care of Bronson Reed. He backs into the corner. He goes for a claymore. That's when the New Day rush in and they chase him off. But he had to get his one shot in on Swerve. The New Day go to pick Swerve up and he sort of pushes them away. He goes, "What the hell? You could have told me he was coming. But you were too busy goofing around to notice, okay? Looks like we've still got some work to do, but it's too little too late. See you tomorrow night." He walks off with Bronson Reed and Lord Bando and OTM in tow. We then get the video footage of the meeting between Io and Dakota. It's basically my version of the Roman Reigns and CM Punk thing they did before Survivor Series in real life. It starts, Io just sat there, twiddling her thumbs, looking annoyed that Dakota's seemingly taken her time. She looks at her watch, it's 5 minutes past, and then the door opens and Dakota rushes in. She goes, "I'm terribly sorry I'm late. I was busy getting here." She takes a seat opposite Io on the table, and Io's just glaring a hole through her. She goes, "So what do you want? Why'd you call me here?" And Io can just glare a hole through Dakota. She goes, "I know what this is about. This is about last year. This is about last War Games where, it all really kicked off between you and I. And everything for the preceding 6 months. I know what you want me here. You want to bring me here by myself. And you want to know, can you trust me tomorrow night?" My response, Io, is that I don't even know if I can trust you. Because, quite frankly, you have every right to want to hit me. And I want to hit you. But I'll answer your question with a question of my own. What would I gain from doing it again? Not to sound rude, but last year, when I took Queendom down, so I fought, I managed to stop your ruling of SmackDown and the women's division and take the women's world championship. But quite frankly, what do you have for me right now that I would gain from pulling the same thing again? Plus, you'd see it coming, right? And Io sort of just you can see she takes them words and sort of nods her head back. She goes, "Well, here's the thing. I can promise you can trust me tomorrow night. For one reason and one reason only. I came here by myself tonight. My best friend in this industry last week was on camera on SmackDown saying that she wouldn't be caught dead teaming with you because of all the history between you two and Queendom. And she said that, anyone who would is an idiot. Anyone who wants to team with Io has a target on their back. Why would I want to throw that all away just to try and, get one over on you again? Io, I beat you at WrestleMania and I beat you at SummerSlam. What have I really got to gain? I've got everything to lose by joining this War Games team. Okay? After tomorrow night, I don't even know if my life here on SmackDown will ever be the same again. Because this is arguably the biggest risk of my entire career. But I need to get back at Queendom Omega. They stole my Women's World Championship. They ruined my moment, the greatest moment of my career, in front of my friends and my family and my home country and my hometown. And I'm yet to get my revenge on them. Saturday night's main event, I've got Utami Hayashishita in a Women's World Championship match. I'm going to beat her then. But as for Julia and Yoko and Saya and the Megasis and everybody else who was involved in that, the worst period of not only my career but arguably my life, you can trust me, Io, because I'm not doing this for you. I'm doing this for myself. You can consider me the 5th member of Queendom Alpha all you want. That's not what I am. I'm just me. Got my own goals. And I have no interest in, teaming with you. But it's what we have to do. So I give you my word. Tomorrow night, partners. She offers out a handshake to Io. And Io sort of looks down at Dakota's hand. Like, looks back at her. And she's like, sort of like slams her hands on the table, like leans like right into Dakota, like getting close to her face. She goes, one night. That's all we need. And then she gets up and leaves. And Dakota's like, I think that went well. '81. Sure, we take that. No outside interference bullshit. I imagine that would have been specified earlier on tonight as well. The Megasis and Kyrie 1-on-1 in a Women's Liberty Championship match / War Games Advantage match. Kyrie runs her close. I imagine there was a spot where she does hit the insane elbow on the Megasis, but she gets her foot on the rope. And then, obviously, in the end, she goes for another one. Megasis sort of kicks her out of the air and then puts Kyrie down to win the advantage for Queendom Omega. Yes, that does mean both heel teams have the advantage in War Games. But here's the thing, and it's something that the real WWE needs to learn. Survivor War Games matches are bad when they have the babyfaces have the advantage, because that makes no sense, literally from a storytelling perspective. Because why would the babyfaces gang up 2-on-1 against the bad guy? So I don't care if they both got heels. I'd rather both matches have the same team with the advantage than, you change one just for the sake of being different, and then it ruins the match quality. So yeah. Queendom Omega do score the advantage for the War Games team. 82 for Kyrie, 51 for the Megasis. This is a really good rating because I had to keep Kyrie strong as well. So yeah, we take that. We then cut backstage. We see the Labyrinth, chatting about stuff and things. And then the Miz, again, walks into the locker and goes, "Evening, boys." He puts his bag down and he's dressed in, explorer gear. He's dressed like Indiana Jones, basically. I'm like, what the hell are you wearing? Is this some new movie role you've got? He goes, I wish I could kill it as the new Indiana Jones. Anyway, no, what I'm doing, boys, is I'm getting on your level. You love all this stuff, right? This architecture. Not architecture, that's the wrong fucking word. Archaeology is what I'm looking for. This archaeology, this, treasure hunting, this stuff. Come on, I want to get to know you guys. I'm like, Miz, If we didn't forget you costing us our match 2 weeks ago, we're not interested in your help. We were doing just fine by ourselves. And the Miz goes, well, this costume, it wasn't cheap to get. And I'm not going to let it go to waste. So whether you like it or not, we're going to go on an adventure together, boys. It's going to start next week. Meet me here next week. And I'll let you know the plan. And then he walks off. They sort of turn to each other and they're like, I mean, I hate him. And we don't need his help. But I'd be lying if I said I wasn't intrigued to see what he was cooking. And then Drake Chambers just turns around and he goes, so what you're saying is you want to go? And he goes, I think I might. Next week, we only have the one match set for next week's episode of SmackDown, that being the WWE Tag Team Championship rematch as Pretty Deadly defend the WWE Tag Team Championships for the first time against Shark KO, the former, I guess technically the former champions, but the Motor City Machine Guns, but that was for like 5 minutes, so in reality, Shark KO are the former WWE Tag Team Champions. But yeah, Pretty Deadly with their first defense against Randy on Ilya Dragunov next week. Plus, moving on to Survivor Series, we've got that card is now finalized, including the confirmation the 5th member of the Queendom Alpha's War Games team will be Dakota Kai. You know, she had that meeting with Io. It went how it went, but she laid out her plans, and Io has accepted Dakota Kai as the final member of the War Games team. Plus, we announced on Heat, actually, Becky Lynch and Lyra Valkyria will defend the Women's Tag Team Championships against the New Millenniums, Roxy Perez and Cora Jade. That's set for tomorrow night in Detroit. 97 rated main event. Ricochet of the Hurt Business challenges Sami Zayn for the United States Championship. The Hurt Business, they've been on a quest to capture gold for a while now. And they finally get their first piece of gold. Ricochet, he goes low on Sami Zayn at some point. Big old dick kick. MVP, you know, he distracts Sami Zayn as well, distracts the referee. Then Ricochet hits a shooting star press. He pins Sami Zayn. And we have a new United States champion. 93 for Ricochet, 82 for Sami Zayn. So say what you want about Ricochet. A lot of people do. But he's got the job done here tonight. And he is the United States champion. Now after the match, he's celebrating. He's running around the ring, you know, holding the belt up high, losing his fucking mind, laughing his ass off. The rest of the Hurt Business come in here. I imagine the thing is, like, Lashley and Ronnie Hughes get in, because I think, like, Damon Kemp's actually quite short for how big he is, so it'd have to be Lashley and Ronnie. They get in, and, like, Ricochet's doing the thing where he's gesturing, like, he wants them to put him up on their shoulders. But they just don't do it. And they sort of just, like, bump fists with him, and he goes, okay. When all of the Hurt Business's ops appear on the stage, like, one by one, you know, the New Day walk out on the stage, Swerve and Bronson Reed appear in the crowd, the Revolution appear in the crowd, Shark KO and the Mercy Machine Guns, all of them appear, and they all, you know, close in on the ring, and MVP and the Hurt Business, they start to look panicked for the first time, but Lashley, you know, he takes his suit jacket off, he rolls his sleeves up, he's telling them all to bring it on. Lashley wants to fight every single one of them. And they all rush the ring. And all of the Hurt Business enemies, I think even Sami Zayn's up at this point, they will start, you know, trying to lay waste to the Hurt Business. Eventually MVP does have to call it, you know. He doesn't want to, you know, his boys to be laid out this close to Survivor Series. He has to call it. He gets Bobby Lashley and Damon Kemp out of the ring. Ronnie Hughes, you know, he's slugging it out. He takes an RKO. And Ricochet's in there with his belt. And he slithers away. You know, he does Ricochet-like tricks, you know, to get past everybody, and he slides out of the ring and he starts pointing and laughing, going, aha! As he holds his belt up high. So yeah, Ricochet does escape still. I say still. He's the new United States champion. But the amount of enemies that the Hurt Business have formed now, it's an insane number, really. Look at all these. This all-star lineup. 89 rated show. Sure, yeah. Sort of a, well, I guess I'm not going to say uneventful, but like quickly put together show, because we're building towards Survivor Series. Most of the stuff is like finished in regards to the build of Survivor Series. But yeah, I'll see you on the other side for Heat. We have that big triple championship special episode of Heat, where we're going to see if we crown any new champions. The Speed title's on the line, the Trio Championships are on the line, and the Cruiserweight Championship is on the line. Just a quick hype video, to kick off Velocity. It's a big episode of Velocity. We've got a hype video for our matches. The Cruiserweight Championship main event, Angel Garza and Cedric Alexander. They had their first match together on the pre-show in Auckland. Cedric won by fuck he means, so Angel Garza earned a rematch by winning the... Did he win the gauntlet? Yeah. And yeah, tonight we have that rematch for the championship, plus the Trio Championship match. Dudley Davis, the chill guy Dudley, and his two chill friends. They chill out in very different ways. And tonight they could be the Trios champions, plus the Speed Championship on the line. Javon Evans makes the next defense of the belt against David Martin. So we kick off with the Trios Championship action. An 84 rating. LA Extreme do manage to overcome Dudley and his chill guy friends. Jorge pinning Leslie Young in 15:09 to make defense number 2 of the Cruiserweight Trio Championships. 88 for Rush, 76 for Santana, 71 for Santos, 92 for Dudley, 69 for Leslie, and a 74 for good old Tristan Ellison. So yeah, still the Trios champions. Arguably, the GOATs of this division. It's them or the Dragon's Dojo, but I'd argue it's LA Extreme. 70 rated show, match even. That just isn't what I said at all. Ignore the text on the screen. It's a 5-minute draw. There's no winner. Drew in 5 minutes. Javon Evans, Drew, David Martin. I guess that does count as a defense for Javon, though, because by the rules of the Speed Championship, I guess that is a defense, because yeah. But the finish anyway is he has Javon in the half crab. 30 seconds left on the clock, and Javon, he holds on, he doesn't tap out, and he manages to outsmart David Martin and pick up the victory. So yeah, well, I guess victory. Actually, no. I'm rambling here, but I guess that technically would count as Javon beating him, because he beat the clock. Whatever. It's a 5-minute time limit, and neither man could win in 5 minutes. Sure. An 87 rated main event. We give these boys time here tonight. They got a pre-show match on pay-per-view, so here they are. We're going to give them the main event here. They got 22 minutes, and Cedric Alexander does retain again. The Cruiserweight Classic, still the Cruiserweight Champion. He pins Angel Garza with a lumbar check in 22-27 to make defense number 3 of the Cruiserweight Championship. 80 for Cedric, 93 for Angel Garza. So Garza actually did better, but sure. Anyway, Cedric Alexander still the champion. Then after the match, he takes the mic and he said, All I've heard since Auckland Assault was that Cedric, he cheated to get it done. Cedric Alexander cheated to keep their Cruiserweight Championship. How'd you like me now? Okay, the Cruiserweight Classic, still on top. None of these new age Cruiserweights were there with me during the trenches. They molded me into the champion I am today. And it's going to take one hell of a Cruiserweight to wrestle this championship off me, because I believe, without a shadow of a doubt, that Cedric Alexander is, and always was, the greatest Cruiserweight professional wrestler on the planet. The age of Alexander that you're currently living in, it's not going to stop. It's not going to end for a long-ass time. So get used to it. 83 rated episode of Velocity. Yeah, sure, we take that. I'll matters more of those what you thought of the show, mainly of SmackDown. Do know what you thought in the comments below, and I'll see you next time for Survivor Series. Finally, it's January 9th as I record this. It's probably about January 12th when this is out. We're finally getting to Survivor Series. It's a race against the clock to get to the Rumble in time, but I'm gonna fucking try. See you then.